Hello and welcome to AuditionPortal. This is going to be just a general guide on just the front end and back end of AuditionPortal, how it works and how it might be of use for your program or organization. To start, we're going to start with just the student perspective. They're going to open up their customized app by session ID. I know you can't see the search bar up above, but it's all going to be by this session ID, which we have 1.09 trillion different combinations for, and it'll never use the same one twice. So it's going to be near impossible for a student to guess another student's, and even when we have all those things set in place, there are boundaries against some of that. So they're going to have this. Now you can customize this entire page and just about every single thing within the Audition portal. The background, the banners in the back here, you can customize to your school colors or organization colors. It could be an image. We can scale it. We can change the angles. We can change the AP logo here on front to your organization's logo, and just about everything on here. The school instrument area and session ID, we can choose what we want to be projected to the student itself. Obviously, you'd like to have the student's name so they know they're in the right place, but the academic integrity and copyright agreement down here, we have a lot of different templates that protect you and protect us that we can share, but we can also customize this to your organization needs. They have to agree to that in order to continue, so once they click that checkbox there, they can enter the Audition dashboard. Upon first login, it's going to ask you if you want to do the tutorial. If we do this tutorial, there's three big aspects. It's going to talk to you about the tools and the rooms up top. It's going to talk about our hardware setup and then the rooms themselves. We'll go through each of those now just so that you're aware of what we offer. The practice tools on the top right corner, we have a built-in metronome that you can change the BPMs for either practice or testing before they go into the room to do their recording. We have a tone generator that is separated by lots of different instruments. It can choose any note and any octave that you would like, and clicking play will start that tone. We also have some quick pitches for those that are instrumentalists. For our orchestra and band friends, we've got some common pitches there that we have by default. So that is our practice tools. There is a little question mark next to that, which is our help area. If you want to replay that tutorial or customize any of these, the top section here is for devices. So if they've accidentally blocked out the microphone or camera for AuditionPortal, this is how you can unlock it for Windows and Chromebooks or the iOS or Android systems. And the Windows stuff, because it's app-based and not program-based, these are the permissions that we're talking about through the web browser. There's a technical guide to make sure that everything is set up, and then Audition and Wellness. So if you want to provide some boost of confidence and some quick tips for your auditionees, you're welcome to put some stuff there as well. The hardware and system check is going to be our first area within the dashboard, and here we can test our microphone, our camera, and then our speakers. The speakers, why speakers? Well, that could be for tones that are going to be played, could be for background music, could be for our metronome as well. So we have the three tests for that. If you'd like to go through the testing process, you can use this button here, and this will do a quick 20-second recording, video and audio, and then you can play it back to make sure everything is working correctly. And just so you can see, we have a auto visualizer here that will test your microphone so you can see how loud or how soft things are and how close you need to be to that microphone itself. All of the compression has been stripped away, so it's going to get straight audio for instrumentalists to have the highest amount of recording. If you need any accessibility, we have a accessibility pill here that will have countdown timers for the actual recordings, and as you enter in certain areas, it'll read things aloud for you. When you're all done with this and this is all good, you can click the green button here, and that's going to just close that out to make this a little bit easier to view from the audition standpoint. It's going to tell you how many rooms you have complete and how many rooms that you still have to do, and we'll show you what that looks like as you complete them. But the first area of rooms to showcase, and you can have as many of them as you'd like in each area and each room, is our typical just standard recording rooms. If they were to enter a room, you can customize all of the text on the side. You can give them the links to certain things. You can customize how long the recording is allotted. So this case it's 3 minutes, and you can control the amount of attempts. We highly recommend having 2 attempts, one as kind of a mulligan, and there's inevitable we're going to have a blow up that happens, or a tech problem or whatnot, and this allows them to choose between the two, which we'll see. When they click start recording, it's going to count them down 5 seconds for each of our recording modules, and then it's going to start recording. As they go through, they're going to get a countdown timer on the top. So if you're an MEA and you limit so much time for like scales or some other things, they can see how much time they have left. When they're done, they can click stop performance, and it's going to bring out our gallery on the bottom. They can review this video, click and review the entire thing from there, or if they're like, I really messed up on that one, I want to use that second attempt, they can either submit that one as is right now, or they can record their second take. Notice that's going to say ready for final take. It's going to prepare and prep them for that, and it's going to say before you leave this room, you need to send one of these recordings in. So if I go to record take 2, it's going to reset that recording. Notice it's going to be our second attempt. It's going to give them the same countdown, and it's going to do the same thing. When they're done, now you're going to see that they're going to have both of their videos to review on the bottom. They can select whichever one. They can open up and listen fully as many times as they want which one they'd like to send. Once they selected their one they want to send in, they click save and return, confirm upload, and then it uploads and encrypts their video to our servers. As they can finish completing rooms, you're going to notice that it kind of gamifies, that way it locks the room out so that they aren't going to accidentally go into it or delete anything. It's completely done, submitted, and all set. The next type of recorded room that we have is our Auto-Metronome and Auto-Pitch. Here you can customize what type of sound and what pitch is going to play, kind of like a tuning pitch pipe. This is helpful for vocalists, but it can be used for other areas as well. It's going to play for about 2.5 seconds, the pitch, whichever you choose, and you can also have it preset for a metronome as well. This one we have both. I'll turn up the speakers so you can kind of hear each one of them, but at the end of the 2 seconds left here, you're going to hear it starts the metronome, and it will play the metronome for the entirety of the video and however long that you have set it for. They can do their multiple attempts and takes, and they can submit that. And what's nice is that this room is done. If this is all they had to do, they are all set and they can see this. If they were to then refresh their page or go back to it, or if you're an educator, an administrator, or some sort of organizer for this audition, you can actually track the student's progress and how much they have done. If you logged into it and just clicked on their link, you're going to see one of these rooms are going to be completed or not completed. When it is all complete, we're going to go to the top here, and this is going to be an example if they refresh the page, or if you clicked on Emma Davis, which is a fictional person. You can go to Emma's audition here, and it's going to say, congratulations, you're complete and waiting adjudication. So this provides easy checkups from an administrator or a director's point of view. Now, our next area that we have available for folks is the blind excerpts. This is for your blind sight reading. This one we really are proud and happy with. You can set as many different excerpts that you'd like within the building of this portal. Now, it's going to pick a random excerpt. So let's say you've uploaded or provided 50 different excerpts for the sight reading, it's going to pull that random, whatever student is going to be getting. Upon clicking recording, you're going to notice it's going to take over the entire screen, and it's going to give them an excerpt. Now, what might be hard to see is behind it as a watermark is going to be their session ID. So if a student were to take this area and try to copy it, there's protections against that, and we'll be able to see who actually screenshot that. We also have some other securities in place. This is it gave 10 seconds for the student to review and not be recorded, and then it counted down the recording for them to start. But if I were to try to screen grab this right now, you're going to notice it's going to bring up a alert, and that's going to flag also in the master roster for them. This is just to help to try to keep these things anonymous as much as we can. I know there's obviously going to be some ways around this as well, but we've done the best we can to try to keep these secure and stable for that. Upon completion, they'll be able to review that take. That take is going to have their example above it there as well. Again, if they try to share this or screenshot or any of those, we're going to be able to see their session ID behind to be able to see how well or who was trying to share those things illegally without, violating the terms of the audition itself. They'll get 2 of the attempts at this. If they use their second attempt, it's going to erase this first attempt, and they have to take that second one. They will not get the same excerpt twice. It's set against that. So this is to really try to do blind sight reading. If they totally felt like they bombed this and they felt worse on the second one, they can't go back to the first one. Let's just try to give them as much of a real live audition process as possible. Then we're going to save and confirm for that one, and you're going to see the Gamify portion there. The next type of rooms that we offer are auto background track rooms. And this one is if you have an accompaniment, or if you had a jazz audition, you wanted a blues track to be behind it. This is where it will start automatically upon the countdown of the recording. Now this will automatically load the track before. If they're using Bluetooth headphones, there's going to be a slight delay and lag, and that's what this one's for. If they click that, it won't automatically play. Right now it's set to where at the end of their audition, it's going to embed the track 40% behind their track so that the judge can hear clearly the accompaniment track with that. If they select this box, then they're going to rely on the student's speakers to be recorded so that the lag, everything will end up lining up together. You can choose any sort of a track that you'd like, and it's going to pre-set it there before, but upon clicking start recording, at the end of the 0 seconds, it will start your track automatically, and they can pause and start playing from here. So for whatever reason, they stop the recording or they check this box, they'll have to manually click play for that to start, and it will embed behind them. So that is our auto background tracks. The last but not least, we have auto uploads and links. This is for if you have physical links and it's going to be on the auditionee to provide those links. It could be a YouTube, Google Drive, or Dropbox links. You can have the link that they can put in there, copy and paste, and submit those links. They also have the file uploads. Now this can handle files up to 1 gigabyte in size that they can physically drag into there themselves if they'd like. So these are all the options that you have for the Audition portal. Now let's go to the other end here. We'll go to the back end and look at that from the administrator point of view. From the administration point of view, you're going to have all of your auditionees' names, schools, areas, and instrument. Areas being the types of rooms that they're going to have. So it can be a combination. It can just be, this is going to be the audition number 1, and then audition number 1, there's going to be certain rooms within that. We'll go into the specialized judging here in a minute, but there is the area, and then instruments. We're going to set those up prior as well. So whatever instruments or voices or groups that you want to be categorized as, we have full control and customization over that. Once those 4 areas are in, we're going to generate our session IDs. These session IDs are through this custom a toolbox we have up here called Audition Tools. By clicking that, click Secure, Generate Secure Session IDs, and it's going to create an ID unique to every single auditionee. And then the second one, after that's done, they're going to generate portal links. We have them separate because we don't want them necessarily accessing this link if they catch on to kind of the back end of the URL itself. We want to make sure that those are fully secure so they can't even try to access those if they were to get a hold of their session ID early. From here, you would share these links to the individuals. So as you put them in, you can just generate, and then you can share that link to the individual for them to open up their audition and just start to work through it. You'll notice that when things are complete, if you were only purchase the subscription for Audition Portal, you're going to get these straight hyperlinks on the side that are all encrypted and secure here that you can access as an administrator. These are their video files that are uploaded from there. But I think this entire ecosystem really shines with our judges area. If you sign on for the judges portal as well, you're going to have a tab on the bottom called Admin Passwords. These are going to have each of the audition rooms and the judge link for them. Now, in recorded videos, we had 2 different audition rooms. We had the standard one and then the one with the metronome behind it. If you wanted them even tailored out and specialize even more from there, recorded videos Etude 1 flute, recorded videos Etude 1 clarinet, and so on and so forth, the back end, that you'll have a lot more links here. You're going to have a link for each one. The passwords are customizable, but not from this link. You're going to have to talk to the AuditionPortal administrator to change passwords, and you can put them to whatever you'd like, and we can make sure that that works. When a judge clicks on the actual judge portal, you're going to see this. This is going to open up. This is the judge portal dashboard. I'd like to go through each one of these parts to show you what it has and where it shines. On the top left corner, it has a dark mode and a light mode, so depending on what you prefer. I'm a dark mode person myself. It has a question mark there, and it'll give you a help and a tour throughout the entire judge portal. There's a locked symbol next to that. This is for administrators to go in if they needed to test something or try to resolve something. This is going to bring up an admin password box, and that's going to unlock the view by either by session ID or student name. This will normally be blocked in one or the other, and this is for if you want blind auditions. The IDs of all the auditionees are going to be by IDs only to keep the anonymity of the students. If you want it by student name, it's going to change to all of their names, just like it would with the student IDs. Next to that, there's a tally, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, and then the room that you're judging at that time. Off to the right is the rubric that you will set up as an administrator. You can have as many criteria as you'd like. You can set how many max points there are. We have these little check boxes and checkpoints underneath it that will snap from one area to the other in terms of the scoring. And then there's a plus and minus sign on each side of each slider, and that is going to be based on the increments that you set as the judge. So up here at the default, plus minus default, you can choose it by 0.1, 0.5, 1, or 5. So you can choose how you want to judge and whatever speaks to you in terms of how you want the plus and minus signs to adapt. It's going to give you an auto total at the top based on that, tell you how many you have remaining. Then the middle area here, this video screen is going to be the videos for the students themselves. So if I were to pull up a completed audition, for instance, you're going to have both of the video excerpts for there. This is a unified one, meaning that one judge is judging all the videos for that student. However, if you had specialized judging, you're only going to have one video for that one student, and there'd be many judge rooms with all of the other videos of that same student. Underneath is going to be text feedback. You can provide as much text feedback as you like, and I have a quick shortcuts right above it. So if you find yourself saying the same thing over and over in a lot of these videos, you can customize your feedback to these little pills and buttons here, where it will automatically put in that sentence or phrase into the text box below. You will have full range of this as a judge to put in the ones that you want, and you can customize this as you see fit as the judge for your judge portal. It's really helpful. There's a view excerpts. If a PDF is submitted with to project on the judge portal itself, what we're going to see, and I'll clear this one just so that we can get an idea, but you'll get the PDF of the student's music. From here, we have stamps above. We have sharps, flats, naturals, different common things that you can provide in the student's music to try to just let them know where they either messed up or need work on. We have circles, we have squares. If you're using a touchscreen device, you can actually use your stylus and circle and write things in. There's also a text tool here where you can add your own text phrases in if you'd like. And then the customize button has other common musical areas that you can click on, and these stamps are going to get added into your palette right above for you to adjudicate. They will get these, each student will get their own individualized annotated PDF back in their report card. We'll see in a little bit. One thing I almost forgot to mention was the tally feature. Tally in this drop down with IDs will have it by student ID, or it can be locked to the student name based on the administrator's preference. As you click on an audition, what's going to happen is they're going to turn yellow, and so they're going to basically show you the auditions that you viewed but have not completed the scoring for. If you go and complete their audition and sync their scores, they're going to turn green in a checkbox on the bottom. So it easily shows you who you've done and who you haven't. Tally feature allows you to see your completed ones and see their grades tallied from highest to lowest. This is great for chair seating placements or MEAs that are looking for tiebreakers or to try to alleviate some of those ties. Here you can click on each one of these and it's going to bring up that particular audition. Anything you modify from here, point values or anything, and you click sync to sheets, will auto-populate and override the previous score that you had given them. But it will give you at least the feedback that you had previously given them in the meantime, so that you can try to stay as be as fair as possible, but also it provides you a lot of options as a judge. Let's talk about the left side here. We have a microphone setup. So if we were to click on that microphone there, we're going to be able to see our microphone respond and the visualizer down below. And then there's a MIDI selector. If you have a MIDI keyboard plugged in, you can assign the MIDI keyboard to this portal. And I'll show you what that'll do in a second. I can click hardware set, and it's just going to kind of open this up a little bit more. Underneath, you'll see multimedia tools, and you have, again, more instruments you can choose from. And this is going to be for your MIDI keyboard. There's a metronome that will play during audio feedback if you'd like to reference that, or just reference it in general to compare on that audition. Then it says instrument key. If I'm judging clarinets or trumpets or tenor saxes, for instance, and they're pitched in the key of B flat, I can click this, and now my MIDI instrument is going to be automatically transposed into that. So if you're looking at their specific instrument's part here, we can just play that part while we're recording, and it will play in their transposition from your MIDI keyboard. Last but not least, we have the record audio feedback. And again, all of those multimedia tools above will also embed in your recording. It doesn't have to record from your speakers. So if you had headphones in that you're listening to the auditionee's video, you can have your headphones in, and all of these tools are going to embed with your audio feedback all simultaneously. Once you do recording of your individual feedback here, when you're done, you can play it back to listen to it. You can trash it. And then in the bottom left-hand corner here, we have text feedback and audio feedback, these pills. If you were to check them on or off, it's going to provide these to the student in their report card phase. If you don't want these to be fed to them, let's say like the audio, you started doing it and then you did some text too, but you realize that the text is all in the audio anyways, you can just turn off the text and they won't see any of this text down below. So these are all areas that the student will get feedback at the end. Click Finalize and Sync, and it's going to take their final score and it's going to sync it up into our master roster. So back over to that. The master roster, there's going to be a judge tab on the bottom for each of the areas. There's either going to be a lot of them or a few, in this case, if they're all unified. And you're going to see that some of the students that we graded and judged are going to have their feedback there. Upon completion of all of the grading, you're going to go to Audition Tools and you can pass back grades to students. In doing so, if we looked at this previous adjudication here, congratulations, it's complete, waiting feedback. The cool part about this whole ecosystem here is if I click pass back grades to students, it's going to give me a thing. It's going to tell you what it's going to do. Do you want to continue? And you say yes. It's going to pass back the grade. So all that added feedback, it's going to provide for the student. Now, if I go to that same student and they clicked on their same link you gave them before, it's going to turn from this page that was completed, and it's going to say, hey, I found that grades are passed back, and it's going to give them a pass back report card. Now here, we can customize a few things on our end too. You can give percentiles, overall percentiles. You can give percentiles for each of the individual rooms. You can also give a total score, or we even have a grade option. So it'll take the total amount of points and give them that grade, that percentage grade that they can see. This was out of 60 points, so 49.5. If they didn't know that it was out of 60 total, this may look really bad. However, we can have that also view as a percentage. Down beneath is probably where everything shines. You can see that they get all of their feedback from their rubric. You can see that they get their adjudicator notes that they had, the audio feedback, the annotated area with the PDF, as well as their excerpts that they submitted. They can review and re-listen to with all of this feedback in mind. Now, that all being said, there's one thing that will not show up down here, and that is going to be the blind sight reading. They will not get those ever again. Those are meant to be private and secure as much as we can for those blind sight reading excerpts. So those will not show up, but absolutely, their scoring and everything else with it will absolutely show. Now, if you did specialized panels, meaning that, let's say this was just the room for excerpt number 1. There was a different judge that did excerpt number 2. They will have each one of these report cards kind of in a row and a line underneath that shows this will say excerpt 1 audition, then it will say excerpt 2, in which the top here will give a percentile, an overall percentile compared to all of them, or it'll give you a percentile for each individual room. Again, those things can be toggled on or off if you prefer and not want them, but these are all things to customize for your organization to try to make things as simple as possible, backed by education sense, music education for a lot of this, but really this could be used for speech, it can be used for dance, it can be used for Model UN, it could be used for lots of different other areas where we're adjudicating students, and you can customize this to however you see fit. If there was a mistake, last little bit here, from Audition Tools, we can revoke those report cards, meaning that if we revoke the report cards and they refresh that page, all of this is going to disappear. It's going to say their audition is complete and awaiting adjudication. There's also a way on the admin side, again the back end here, where you can freeze each room. If I room lock each room, it's going to dull out all of the buttons to go into each audition room, and it's going to say close for maintenance. So this is a way that if we needed to maybe tweak a room, or we put in some wrong information on the info, or some things have changed and we need an emergency change and switch over, we can make those additions and changes without students accidentally going with the old model. So that's it. I hope this was helpful for you. Let us know if you have any other questions about anything, and if you would like help setting up your own custom demo portal catering to your organization or school, please let me know. We'll set up a free demo for you so you can peruse around and see how it can work for you. Thanks. Have a great day.